able to handle it. I'm not gonna be able to handle it that y'all already waiting. Now see it says 3 people waiting. Let me tell y'all something about Chrome. Full of S with these notifications because I turned these off. This why I don't trust Google at all. Okay, wait a minute, because I know that's probably driving. Screw it. I don't care. I don't care. So what's going on, y'all? How many people watching? 4 people. I don't care no more. I don't care. I keep saying that, but it's more notifications. It's really beautiful. Um. So what y'all got going on, Angela? Um. Have you planned it? So, yeah, I made it. I'm here. I'm still living. Really, I just got back home earlier today. And I figured I better go live since Bearfruit tried to play me. Which remind me, I might need to just go on and text her right now and be like, okay, well, where you at? Since you gonna try to tell me to go live. I don't know if y'all saw her video. This heifer gonna text me and say go live right now. Madam. Oh, you went to Home Depot. My Home Depot sucks when it comes to garden stuff. Really does. My Home Depot is horrible when it comes to that. Oh yeah, there go Bearfruit. Yeah, speak of the devil. Y'all, I'm finna hurt Google Chrome. I'm finna hurt this thing. Let's see, how do we yeah, I feel it. My Home Depot is so bad. Well, it's more than one, but I guess I'd be going to the one closest to me. It's picked over. I mean, real picked over. They don't be having nothing. Oh, you got the notification early. You know, YouTube usually get a notification an hour in. So after the person been live for 45 minutes, that's when you get the notification. But anyway, it's 5 people. I guess I better jump on into the topic. What did I name this? How I go about selling seeds or something or other. What's going on, Lynn? What is going on? Yeah, we got a couple of nurseries here. That's pretty good. They pretty good. They are, they good. I tend to have better luck at the nurseries, but the nurseries don't put stuff on sale like the big box store because the big box store be trying to get rid of stuff. Yeah, but I'm gonna be home, but I'm leaving again though. Thankfully, the weather is kind of changing, and my winter garden don't really need a whole lot of tending. Like in the winter, I barely have to water stuff. Like it's never like it is in the summer. If I don't water, I kill stuff. But in the winter it's not like that. In the fall and winter, I barely have to water. I pretty much just harvest. That's the main thing that I do. I don't have a lot of pest problems because it's cold. The bugs don't really like it. So I can leave more, and it's football season. So homecoming is in. Let me see. This weekend I'm gonna be gone because it's a game, and then homecoming. What's up, Alexis Pierce? Good to see you. How you doing? I'm doing good. Um, but yeah. So anyway, it's football season, and the time is upon us because we had a Jackson game this past weekend, so that was fun. Um, but yeah, I'm home for a little bit. I'm gonna plant them seeds you sent me, Lynn. I already filmed the seeds. Now I just need to plant them. I got the calamondin seeds soaking in peroxide right now. That way they'll germinate a little bit faster. So I'm not worried about the moringa. It'll germinate, but I think those calamondin seeds would benefit from soaking in peroxide. So I hear that makes citrus seeds germinate better. Um. Oh no, ain't no more told no water. Y'all know what? We got rain, and my barrels are actually full right now. And but before that, my barrels were empty. Y'all, I had to go to the water hose. When I watered with that water hose, as soon as I got done, I had to do a rain dance or something because y'all don't understand. I can't afford to water that garden with the municipal water, the city water. I don't see how people have gardens like that when they water with the city water, but maybe their water is cheap. But we don't live near no springs. Or we don't live in the Ozarks, so yeah, no, I don't. How many barrels do I have? I have okay, so like the big 55-gallon trash cans, I have one, two, three. I have four of those. But then I have some smaller, like some Rubbermaid totes. I don't know how many gallons those hold. They hold at least 40 gallons though. I got two of those, and I got some smaller trash cans. The barrel that catches the water from the air conditioner, that one is about 40 something gallons too. So, and I've been meaning to talk about that because I know everybody got air conditioning and they letting their air conditioner water hit the ground, I'm sure, because that's usually how they hook up air conditioning systems. And that's free water that you just, it's basically going on the ground. If it wasn't for my air conditioning system, my water bill would be high. Because when we have these months without rain, my barrels get so low, it's nothing left. Hey, Angela, good to see you. You use a garden hose filter. That's pretty cool. I can't, my city water, it's not gonna filter out how much my bill gonna be. So I can't. But like I said, I think we passed that now. Cause we supposed to get some rain in a few days. So it's cooled off a little bit, but I don't think it's not cold by any means though. It's still in the 70s and 80s. So we'll see what the weather do. I planted those strike seeds. They didn't come up. I think those seeds were something was wrong with them because I think when I planted them last year, I had a bad germination rate. I think the dude sent me some old seeds or something. I don't know, but it is what it is. I got some more stuff I'm gonna put in this place. I hope the calamanders grow good. I'm interested to see how they grow and how they taste. You never heard about soaking in peroxide. I hadn't either. Credit Deborah Christmas for that. And it makes perfect sense why it works. When you soak it in peroxide, citrus seeds have a really hard seed coat. On the inside is actually what germinates out, but that has to break past the seed coat. So think of it like a sunflower seed. You know how you crack the outside, but you eat the inside? Well, the outside is the seed coat. The inside of the sunflower seed is what you eat. A citrus seed is very similar, and so are other seeds. So it has to break that outer shell. Well, if you soak it in peroxide, it'll soften that, and then it'll the seeds will be able to germinate faster, and they have a better chance of germinating. Because sometimes the reason seeds don't germinate is because they can't break the seed coat. Oh, they smaller than a kumquat. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's several people that have them. Bearfruit has one. Gigi's Child has one. Somebody else got one. Essie has one. But I'm pretty sure I'll like it. The two citrus I have out there, I really like. Those navel oranges are really good, and so are the kumquats. They're good. I just stand out there and eat kumquats when they're ready. I'm not sure, Angela. I've never actually done this before with citrus seeds. I did it with a different kind of seed. What did I do it with? There are these I don't know if y'all have ever heard of an autumn olive, but it's related to the gummy berry, or it's a lot of them in this family. The silverthorn, gummy berry, the autumn olive, but it's a little berry, like they're kind of oblong, about that long, and they're kind of sweet tart, And I did it with those seeds. And I got those seeds to germinate in like 7 days. But with the citrus, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I got them soaking now. They've been soaking for about 4 hours. I'm not gonna. You don't want to soak them too long. But I'm probably gonna take them out. I don't think I'm gonna let them soak overnight. I might. It won't hurt them to soak overnight, but I wouldn't soak them for like days. I wouldn't do that. And then tomorrow I'll film me. Tomorrow I'll film me sowing the seeds. That and I got some moringa too, y'all. So I'm gonna do those all in the same video. Y'all excuse me while I pick all this stuff off my hands. I've got calluses all over my hands from out in the garden with a pitchfork and a shovel and all that kind of stuff. Just trying to get stuff ready for fall because I want to put my trees in the ground, y'all. And I also want to limb up my trees. The trees that are staying in the yard, you know how you have limbs that are too close to the ground? I'm cutting all the trees so all the limbs up. I'm gonna try to get all my fruit trees in the ground. I'm gonna try to get the 2 peaches, the 2 pears, the persimmon, the navel orange, the kumquat, the 2 figs. I'm trying to get all that in the ground. I'm tired of just like how you said toting that water. I can't tote that no more. It's time for me to be a house slave. I can't handle the field work no more. It's too much. It's too much on me. So if I cut out the trees, that'll be a lot of watering. And I think they'll yield better in the ground too. Yeah, I want about a lot next door that's empty. If y'all ever notice when I film, there's space between me and my neighbor's house. And that lot, a guy owns it. The house got torn down years and years and years ago, and he just owns the lot. But I got word that he's behind on his taxes. If he behind on his taxes, that's public record. I'm going to go find out. And if he behind on his taxes, I'll just pay the taxes and I'll own the land. So, sometimes these people think when you live in, you don't know these things about your local areas. Is Shadow still with you? Let me tell you about Shadow. So me and his owner, we didn't fall out, but I had to we had to have a coming to Jesus meeting. So one day I was taking Iris out to go, me and Iris, we go out several times a day. I walk Iris every day, whatever. So we're going out in the yard and I said, well, let me let Iris go back here and play with Shadow. Well, usually when we approach, Shadow will get up and, wag his tail. Y'all seen how Shadow acts. He's real hyper. Well, he didn't stand up. He was just laying on the ground. He was wagging his tail, but he didn't stand up. And the closer we got, he still did not stand up. And I said, this is not like this dog to stand up. But he was alert. He was not sick. There was nothing. Physically from afar, he looked okay. But when I got up on him, the little tie-out lead that he got tangled up in it, and his back feet got tangled. And they were tangled so to the point where it was cutting off circulation to one of his feet. And one of his feet had swollen to twice the size. What's up, J3GS? One of his feet has swollen to twice its normal size. So I'm hot, right? And it's been some other stuff that I ain't told y'all. His owner hasn't been walking him. He's not fixed. So when he smells other female dogs in heat, he breaks off of his lead, runs rampant through the neighborhood and all it is. And then, comes back here where people assume that this is my dog. And so, then I have to go through this explaining. So when I finally see his owner, long story short, got Shadow entangled. His foot is okay. He's all right. He didn't need no veterinary attention. Thank God I went out there because had he been overnight with no circulation to that foot, I think it would have done some damage. But me and his owner had to have a coming to Jesus meeting. So Shadow might be getting, Shadow's owner might be having to get his dog because I'm not going to have the animal people come over here and they not going to want to hear, oh, I'm just letting him pay to stay here. They gonna think that's my dog. Y'all already know how this go. They not gonna believe that story, and that is what it is. Dude paying me $20 every 2 weeks to keep Shadow in my yard, but they not gonna believe that. They gonna think that's my dog. And if anything happens with him, they're gonna come after me. So yeah, Shadow might have to go. We love Shadow, but his owner is just not taking care of him, and I can't do the animal abuse thing. Can't do it. Got a soft spot in my heart for animals, and I don't want to go back there no more. Next time, the dog might be tangled by the throat and he just about dead. I ain't gonna be able to handle that. So yeah, no. What's up, BB? I don't think I've ever seen you before. Okay, let me go ahead and be nosy. No, no, no. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. You too. Don't play me. Okay. See, they playing games now. But yeah, so Shadow is here, but he may not be here for too much longer. I wish he could find a more suitable pet parent too. I'm thinking about auctioning him off to some white people. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Hate to say that, but y'all know white people generally spoil the hell out of their animals. They really do. They take them to psychiatrists and everything. They be taking their animals everywhere. They get them acupuncturists. Y'all seen this stuff on TV they getting for the animals? Shadow deserves a better owner because this dude don't understand. Then he gonna tell me, I've been working a bunch of hours. He don't even work 20 hours a week, y'all. He doesn't even work 20 hours a week. He don't even work part-time. How is that a lot of hours? Explain that to me. But anyhow, but the topic at hand for today's live is supposed to be how I go about selling my seeds. And I'm giving this information because I had several people in my comments. Yeah, he does deserve better because he's a sweet dog. He's wild, but he's sweet. A lot of people have asked me in the comments or whatever, they wanted to know how to go about selling seeds. It's 1,000,001 ways of how to do it. I'm going to tell you how I do it. And then you can, take pointers from there. I generally sell my seeds on eBay. There's a reason why. There's more fees on eBay. They don't charge you that much. They charge you a percentage of whatever your stuff sells for. I forget what the percentage is, but it's pretty low because even on eBay, if I sell something for $100, my fee is less than $20. So if you sell something for a couple of dollars, your fee is only going to be some change. But the reason I sell on eBay is because the exposure. It's more people on eBay than Facebook Marketplace. It's more people on eBay than on Etsy. There's more people on eBay than on, you get what I'm saying? Like you can sell them on Etsy. I bought seeds on Etsy. I used to sell stuff on Etsy, but it takes too long to sell. So not really feeling it. Facebook Marketplace, I will post stuff on there from time to time, but I find that people are real flaky on Facebook Marketplace, in my opinion. Both buying and selling, because I don't want to buy stuff in this. What's up, Supreme? Good to see you. Hey, Annette. But yeah, so yeah, I usually sell on eBay because it's more exposure. I also sell on eBay because it's fairly anonymous. Everything's done through eBay's platform. I post a listing. I don't really have to deal with these people. I don't have to give them my address. I don't have to, you feel what I'm saying? Like it's fairly bulletproof, as in if the person don't get what they ordered, they get their money back. I've never had to refund money on seeds before, ever. I'm not saying that you won't have to do that. Stuff does get lost in the mail, but I've never really had a huge I've just never had a huge problem with it. It's been super easy. They let me know my stuff sold. They send me the person's address. I send the stuff to them. Fairly simple. eBay collects their fees once a month. So, that's that. I get paid through PayPal. I can use PayPal wherever I want. I can transfer it to my bank account. I can do whatever I want to do with it. It's just real simple for me. So yeah, that's how I go about selling seeds. How do I price them? It depends on the seeds. I usually do a little bit of research and see what seeds have sold for. For instance, when I listed my pokeweed seeds, the average going price was $3 to $4. So I put $4 on it and then put or best offer. Now people can make me offers and then I can either accept or decline the offer. So and that's just up to my discretion. I have taken less than $4. Oh, and by the way, I sell, I think it's 60 seeds for $4. Um my listing at the time that I listed it, I was selling way more seeds than anybody else selling pokeweed. People were selling 25 seeds for $4, or they were selling 20 seeds for $3. I'm selling twice that for the same amount. Now you kind of have to go on how many seeds you got. You got a bunch of seeds you want to get rid of. Like, for instance, I think Bear Fruit said she had a bunch of okra. If you got a bunch of okra and you can do that, do it. But if you don't have that many seeds and you're trying to get the most bang for your buck, then you know. But I think that's why my pokeweed seeds were selling so good. I will say that in the wintertime, the seed sales, they're gonna slow down a lot. Now, when it get closer to spring, naturally people looking for seeds, so they gonna start buying again. Um, but yeah, you just kind of have to do a little research. Look at other listings that have sold. Do not look at listings that are posted. That's what people are asking for. Look at what actually has sold. Because I've had people tell me over and over, well, yeah, I looked on eBay and it's going for this. I'm like, no, that listing has been there for a year and a half. It has not sold in a year and a half. They're asking too much money. You can scroll down and you can click to view items that have sold, and then you'll see what stuff has sold for. That's how you get a true kind of idea of what you can sell something for on eBay. You can't just look at listings. If you just look at listings, you're gonna be sorely mistaken, because eBay will show you what's sponsored. They will show all this stuff that people have paid for instead of showing you the real thing. That's true. It is. It's a lot of sales. Seed sales in October, November, December. Like I said, I find that a lot of people slow down buying seeds in those months, which is cool with me because I don't pay my bills doing this. This is side money. This is money that, especially during the spring and summer, I just look up and look at my email. Oh, you've had such and such a sale. You've had this to sell, that to sell, this to sell, that to sell. Now, let me mention this to you. If you're a content creator, especially if you're a gardener, and I'm telling you this because I just found this out. When I did that video telling people that I was offering seeds, please don't underestimate your YouTube platform, because I got more emails than the law allowed. And a lot of them was from people that I had never, now some of them were from people that watch me all the time. But I got a lot of emails from people who I ain't never heard of these people before. They don't create content, nothing. These just people watch my videos. They had never commented on my videos before. They had never, and they'll get in contact with you. So don't underestimate your platform. I really think that going forward, I might just start directing people from my YouTube page to my eBay page. And that's only because I like going through PayPal. I just like the security of it. I'm glad that people trust me that I'm gonna send their seeds out, but I like for the buyer to have the security of PayPal. Meaning, if they don't get what they want, they can get their money back. Because I don't want nobody to start no stuff and they could be telling the truth, could be lying. Oh, she said she was gonna send this and she ain't saying nothing. See, I believe in protecting myself and protecting my brand when it comes to that. So I always be prepared to protect your stuff, because you never know what somebody might try to pull. Because I don't put nothing past nobody. So from what's up, Felicia? Your seed's on the way. So you getting your stuff. I sent a tracking number. And like I said, people have shown videos of how I pack my stuff. I pack my stuff real nice and neat. So when you get your stuff, you know what's up. But yeah, so those are some quick tips. If y'all got any questions, please feel free to ask me, because I am reading the chat. But yeah, just feel free to ask me, because I could be forgetting stuff. I could be forgetting all kind of stuff. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Angela. I try to do my thing. I done learned a little bit. And just like if y'all notice in Gardening Realtors video, her package got wet. That's exactly what I was talking about when I said I put the labels inside the bag, because had those labels been on the outside and got wet, the ink would have got smeared and she would have never known what those seeds were. So I advocate, if you can, put your labels on the inside of the bag. I'll be honest and say most seeds I get are not done that way. And I've had some that get wet in the mail, and then I have to guess at what they are. You said where are my seeds listed? Right now I only have 2 seeds on eBay. I'll give you the link though. I'll give you the link. But I only have two things of seeds listed. I'm thinking about listing some other seeds on eBay, and I'm thinking about severely cutting the prices. Cause I really is some stuff I just want to get rid of. That's my seller name. But I'll give you the link to one of my listings, so you can go directly to my listings and you can see all the other crap I got listed too. I got plenty of stuff listed. Y'all don't know, I be having a side hustle. If y'all not going to local auctions, now wait a minute, let me say this first. If you have a problem buying stuff and getting rid of it, for instance, if you lightweight or hoarder, don't do what I'm about to tell you to do. And I'm not judging nobody. I'm just saying we know people that like to buy stuff. I mean, I'm halfway one of them, but I got 3 hoarders in my family, and I'm just being real. When I go to their house, it reminds me, do not buy nothing and keep it. But if you're not going to your local auctions, you can make a come up. See, this might be why my seeds slowed down. Somebody got 200 seeds for $3.99. Y'all see what they did to me? See, I hadn't looked at the listings recently. So I'll just up my seeds. That's another thing. I don't sit there and count 60 seeds, y'all. I just make sure I give them more than 60. Honestly, when they buy seeds from me, they generally get more than they go get more than 60 seeds. I'm not finna count 60 seeds. I'm not finna count that. So I make sure I got more than 60. They probably get 100 to 150, because I had somebody message me back and was like, oh, thank you. You gave me so many more seeds. And they actually counted. They said it was like 112 seeds or something like that. And I was like, they sat there and counted that? But you never know what people, I guess they were trying to make sure they got their money's worth. But yeah, somebody has undercut me. They got 200 seeds for $3.99. So I'll go back and adjust my listing. But it's not a big deal. You have to do that sometime. You have to go back and adjust stuff. You also can sell on Amazon. I do sell on Amazon, but I do FBA. I don't really like merchant selling on Amazon. That's a whole other thing. If you want to know about selling on Amazon, look on YouTube. It's a lot of videos about that. I ain't going to get into that one because that's very complicated, and you can get. I have too. When I ordered some seeds and I ordered 10 seeds for $12, I counted every last one of them. And they sent me 12 instead of 10. And I was, it didn't matter. The plants didn't grow. So my money was wasted. But yeah, you can go to auctions and clean up. I bought a Vitamix blender that had only been used twice, and then a lady died. I bought it for $99 and sold it for $600. I bought a Jack LaLanne juicer, brand new in the box. Bought it for $5, sold it for $45. It's been a lot of stuff I've sold, y'all. I've sold numerous things on eBay. I ran into a whole lot of car parts, and if you don't know about car parts, but antique car parts, people that are into antique cars, they pay a lot of money for stuff. Like I found a 1966 Chevelle radio, and y'all know they don't make Chevelles no more. Brand new in the box, never been used. Bought it for $40, sold it for $400. I'm telling you, if the killing part is your phone, that's your best research. The same way I told y'all how to look up stuff that's sold, that's how I know what to buy at the auction. Like I saw that Vitamix, I looked up the model on eBay. I said, oh, these suckers selling for $400, $500, $600, $700. I said, okay. What's up, Backyard Gardener? And then so I bought it. And then, like I said, you go sell it, get rid of it. So, that be rainy day money. Yeah, Angela, I'm gonna tell you, when I found out about them auctions, I kind of was hot because, some of the other people, they like to keep it a secret. They don't want you to know about, because see, it's a lot of people doing this. A lot of people. Like if you wonder why eBay got so much stuff on it, believe it or not, that's how a lot of it got on there. People is buying at auctions and selling. And then they don't want to tell the average Joe, because see, that's something you could kind of do in your spare time. You go spend 30 minutes at an auction, grab something, take 20 minutes, throw it online, cha-ching, make your little money. They're not see, but a lot of people don't want you to know about that. Cause Pear Fruit Garden, you crazy. Cause I find that sometimes people don't wanna share their secrets. Y'all ever met somebody that cook and you ask them for a recipe and they don't want to give it to you? And they be like, oh, I don't give out that recipe. It's going in the grave with me. Well, how much sense do that make? It don't make good sense to me. So you want to be the only somebody that can cook it, and then when you dead, you don't want nobody else to be able to, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with so many other different things. Just like I was telling somebody how I was able to get a loan on my house to where I didn't have to put but 4% down. Well, that's the least I could put down was 4%. I didn't put down 4%. I put down more than that. And it was a bunch of different stuff that I qualified for. Like I qualified for a construction loan, and a lot of people don't know about that. You can actually have stuff worked into your mortgage. Like my air conditioning system, I wanted a brand new one because the old one was very inefficient. The gas bills in the wintertime were like $600 just trying to keep this house warm because the system was very old and inefficient. And I also wanted my house, I wanted all the electrical redone because I didn't trust the electrical. The electrical had been done anywhere from the 40s to the 60s. Well, y'all know a lot of stuff done changed since then. All that aluminum wire and all of this stuff they was using in World War II that they found out was catch your house afire. I wanted all that done. Well, to rewire my house was $8,000. To put in this air conditioning system, the unit cost $12,000. I wasn't paying for that up front. I had them work that into my mortgage, but I had to have a certain kind of loan. And a lot of people don't even know those loans exist. They shy away from fixer-uppers because they have no idea that they have these things that exist. You know what I'm saying? So like I tell people, I don't hide nothing. I don't hide any of that kind of stuff because I feel like you should want to tell other people that information. It's people just like you probably trying to look and find the same thing you looking for. And then if you don't tell nothing, when they know something, they're not going to tell you. Hey, Melanie, what's going on? Yeah, Felicia, when you dead, that's what it is. They want to keep, I ain't going to give you mama's biscuit recipe. It's going in the grave with me. You sound like an idiot. But people do that all the time. All the time. Indoor, outdoor. But yeah, that's what's been going on with that. But yeah, it's so many ways to make side hustles, y'all. And that's another thing. Y'all go to these auctions and get you some like stuff for your garden. Y'all won't believe this. One night I was at the auction and this lady, she gardened a lot. She had died. It was her estate sale. She had a lot of like garden gnomes, just all this different stuff. Well, people were interested. Hey, Zoe, what's up? People were interested in the garden gnomes and like her lawn furniture and her patio furniture. She had a bunch of pots that you pot plants in, all different sizes. I'm talking about these big, beautiful ones that cost $40 and $50 at Lowe's. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about, the big ones. You put trees in them or large plants in. When I tell you nobody wanted those pots, at the end of the night, the auctioneer said, you garden, don't you? I said, yeah. He said, you didn't bid on those pots. I said, you right, I didn't. He said, well, I don't want them. I can't move them. That kind of stuff don't sell for me. If you want them, you can have them for free. Just get them out of here. When I tell you I backed my car up to that auction house door so fast, them people was jumping out of the way. I was backing up with the trunk open. I was ready to get them pots. But yeah, you never know what you might come up on. I done come up on some really good gardening tools for a little bit of nothing. At the auction. So, and if you want to know how to find auctions around you, I'll post a link y'all can go to. And you just put in your zip code. Because I'm telling you, I had no clue that all of this was going on around me, because auctioning is not something they do a lot of anymore. Flea markets either. Flea markets, you find a lot of good stuff at flea markets. But I don't be hearing people going to the flea market like that. I do. Them garage sales on Saturday. If I ain't got nothing to do on a Saturday morning, I'll stroll through. You never know what you can find. Them people lay that stuff out and put $1 on it because they just want to get rid of it. They don't even want it no more. Because when I have yard sales, I do the same thing. I be wanting to get rid of stuff. I got some furniture right now I'm finna get rid of. And I'm just gonna put a sign on it that say, make me an offer. And if the offer is what I want, load it up, get it out of here. Cause it's just you're very welcome, indoor outdoor gardener. Let me see what Four Horns said. She done said something. Oh, you waving at Annette. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace have some good stuff. But like I said, around me, the only thing I have with Facebook Marketplace, sometimes these people are so flaky. Both when I have sold stuff and bought stuff. Sometimes these people are so flaky. 1 minute they want to sell it, and then you start trying to, okay, well, I'm here to meet you and such, and then they stop communicating with you and all this, make you want to slap somebody. Everybody ain't like that. Craigslist is kind of like that too, because I done bought stuff on Craigslist too, and sold stuff on Craigslist. But it just depends. It depends on the person. But yeah, you can find some really good deals. Really good deals. But you just have to be willing to look. Yeah, and you know what? I have slowed down on the flea markets because I'm gonna tell you what ruined it. It's just like when the gourmet chef ruined oxtails. Oxtails used to be dirt cheap, and y'all know it. And then they found out, oh, they taste delicious. And they have run oxtails up until oxtails cost the same price as ribeye steaks. And it's ridiculous. And you're right, it's the TV. What's that show called? Flea Market Flip. Is that what it's called? Flea Market Flip, where they take their stuff and they flip it at the flea markets. See, now everybody think they're going to do that now. Everybody going out buying all this rusty stuff and flipping it and all of this. Taking these antiques. And I say antiques because some people don't even know what an antique is. And then when I break it down what a real antique is, you come to find out, actually, that's just reproduction. There's a difference. Antiques bring real money. Reproduction will bring you a little bit of money. And then anything made after the 60s, it depends on what it is, but it probably ain't worth no money. It may have sentimental value, but it's not going to be worth anything. Iris, baby girl, you and that toy. She back there in the back on her bed just weighing out that toy. But Felicia said she need her side hustle. You better get you a side hustle. I keeps me 2 or 3 side hustles. I keeps me 2 or 3 of them at any given time because I never know when I'm gonna need me some rainy day money. But yeah, these different things on TV to where they, everybody thinks they're gonna, and it's deceiving on TV. I'm gonna tell you, it's not that you can't flip it. It's the price points that they get. And I'm like, I bought this for $5 and I sold it for $5,000. Really? You sold that little end table for $5,000. Sometimes I think they be straight line on the TV. Hey, Miss Craft, what's going on? Who, Miss Craft, I collected your pepper seeds today. Hey, Miss Full Roller. Yeah, they be crazy on the price points, Chuck Weeks, because I've seen. Sometimes I look at them little tables and little stuff that they put together, and I'm like, you want $400 for that, and all you did was paint the top? And I'm just like, okay. But yeah, it's all kind of ways out there to make money. Y'all just have to, and for those of y'all that got these little skills, different people know how to braid hair and, whatever you know how to do. Y'all better put them skills to work. Just getting home from work. Okay, well, how is Nemo and them? Are you, Miss Craft, do your fish have names? Because I'm gonna quit calling them Nemo and them. That's because that's the only. Is there any other famous fish besides Jaws? Because I don't want to call them Jaws, because that ain't right. But that dude who I watched, they got that piranha, I'm gonna call him Jaws. Talking about meet and greet, swap stuff. These folks. Oh, Zoe, you a mess. You a mess. You right. You have to be very, very careful. Like I said, I bought stuff on Craigslist. I don't know why that's being held. I bought stuff on Craigslist, but understand this. Let me put this out there. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. Oh, thrift stores, Zoe. I had forgot about that. I do hit the thrift stores too. Hey, P. Smith Gardner. Be very, very careful. If you're gonna do any of these things, Facebook market, I know I'm probably preaching to the choir, but just in case somebody watch this live later on, please do not meet people after dark in secluded areas and all that kind of stuff. I do not do that. When I meet somebody, it's got to be full daylight. I don't even meet people when it's raining. That's how crazy I am. If it start raining, Iris, that toy. If it start raining, I won't even meet you. It has to be broad daylight, sun shining, and we're in a very, very public place. Very public. It's gonna have to be something like a Walmart parking lot, something like that. And no, we're not at the back of the parking lot. We at the front where the cameras is shining down on me. So if you try to knock me in the head and kidnap me, at least somebody got you on camera. So yeah, you have to be very careful. Don't ever, I don't suggest, I don't go to nobody's house. I done had people try that. Well, you can meet me in my house, or no, I can't. Because you on your territory. It's not happening. It's not happening. So and I don't have people meet me at my house to get stuff. For you to run up in my house or try some crazy stuff. Nah. So y'all be very careful with that. Here goes one of the gargoyles. No, sir. And this is what I have to deal with. You've named a few. Coco, a little bit. Why are they holding? It must be for the emojis. Jack D, the three pigs. These names. Oh my God, these names. When I had Goldfish, I named them after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had all four of the turtles, and then I had an algae eater, and I named him Shredder. But it didn't take long for me to kill those fish. So yeah, so me and fish is just kind of yeah. But yeah, these thrift stores, you can find some good stuff in the thrift store. I found some awesome stuff in the thrift store. Cast iron seems to be what I find the most of in the thrift store. And I'm just like, y'all giving away y'all grandmama's cast iron. Probably because they don't cook. Don't even get me started on that. Because so many of these women now, they not cooking. Especially, I'm 34. I don't know too many other 34-year-olds that cook. To the police station. Okay, Zoe, that sound like a plan. Yeah, that sound like a good plan. Because if they bold enough to try to rob you in front of the police, they real bold. But yeah, the only thing I had, and I'm gonna say this, and this is so funny. I ain't gonna lie, my friend got a couch from the thrift store, and I'm kind of scared now because she took home some bed bugs. I didn't go over her house for about 6 months. Cause I came with them bed bugs. So y'all be careful. That's good that you cook. That's real good. Can you teach some of these people in my generation to cook? You and Angela and the rest of these people on here cooking, because these people is not cooking. I wish I could see how this cat is exploiting me. I'm holding my hand out, right, and he's rubbing up against my hand, basically forcing me to pet him. But yeah, these people, my grandmother told me, if you don't know how to cook, you ain't gonna be able to keep no man. She used to say that all the time. I used to die laughing. But in my family, women cooking is kind of like the rite of passage. Well, Zoe, can you tell my beans to sprout? Because them beans I planted in that video ain't done nothing. I'm finna replace it. I'm finna pull the Essie. Y'all know when Essie don't see no beans in about a week, she plant some more. I'm finna pull the Essie. I'm finna plant them beans. Oh my God. Yeah, yes, backyard gardener. Bed bugs. I came with the bed bugs. What you cooking, Miss Craft? And are you cooking enough for everybody? That's the question. And as far as homegirl with them processed foods, she killing herself. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How many of y'all like canned foods? Do y'all eat like canned vegetables? Y'all like that stuff? Folks need to learn to cook. Um, that's true. That's true. Because you know what? My great grandmother didn't play that. My great grandmother gave birth to 12 children, and three of them were stillborn. And the vast majority of them were male. I have mostly uncles. I didn't have a lot of aunts. And it's like that on both sides of my family. Uh, my dad's side of the family, it's only one girl out of them, and my mom's side of the family, it was only three girls out of all them children, three girls. So, and all my uncles can cook. Do they like cooking? Not, no, not. I mean, well, let me not say no. They would prefer it if their if their wives cooked, but they can cook. So if their wife leave, they don't be at the house starving. And it's the same thing on my dad's side. All of them can cook. They all can cook. Actually, it's my aunt that really kind of suck at cooking. She call herself cooking. That stuff don't be tasting like nothing. One of my uncles is the best cook in the family though, and he be creating recipes. He be doing all kind of stuff, but he's the one that's most like me. He's into music and being creative and thinking outside the box and stuff like that. So, but he be cooking because he told me something about some kind of watermelon something or other he made, and he's supposed to be giving me the recipe for. Miss Full Roller, I can't handle it. Yeah, Angela, I was talking about that, but I was talking about the vegetables too. Zoe, I don't do bed bugs either. Meatloaf. Wait a minute, Miss Crown. For two, Miss Crown. That's not gonna make it. That's not gonna make it. I'll be over in a minute. Just put some more meat on that meatloaf, and throw a couple of more sweet potatoes down in there. Yeah, J3G. Somebody was saying that that a lot of I think that was me and Celeste talking, and she was like, not putting it all on the women, but so many of these women, it's like as the generations go on, they don't want to expose their kids to certain stuff. Like for instance, I be hearing people say, and I don't know. I mean, my mama raised me a certain way. For instance, when I was 7 years old, I was as soon as I could reach the knobs on the washing machine and the dryer, I was washing my own clothes. Like, and people be like, "Oh, that's too young. A 7 year old shouldn't be washing their clothes." When they gonna learn responsibility? Will you want them to learn it when they're 17? Now I can understand if you're saying don't have a 7 year old in the kitchen frying chicken for the family reunion. I understand that. But I feel like a 7 year old could come in here and stir this cake batter. They can do that. How can you hurt yourself doing that? You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes they coddle these children too much. I don't know where my rattlesnake beans and you said they. I don't know. Beans are usually pretty good about germinating. Okay, Chuck Weezy, what you cooking? That's good, backyard gardener. I think women back in the day, they try to play that role like, oh, way back in the day when women was mostly housekeepers and stuff. They tried to make it seem like, oh, that the men weren't doing it. But I promise you, it's been more older guys that tell me now. My mama, my grandmama, my auntie, whatever, made sure I knew how to cook. It be these young dudes in their 30s, they 20s, they can't cook, but they was raised by a single mother or and I'm like, so what was your mama doing that she ain't showed you how to cook? Because I know she was cooking for your behind. And you mean to tell me she didn't tell you, come on in this kitchen, let me show you how to do? Because I'm not finna be cooking for you forever. But you know what? I was in a comment section one time and this woman said, oh, there's no way that my 17-year-old will be cooking I can cook for him. A 17-year-old, your turd's big as mine. I'm not cooking for you. You're not if I don't have. Look, I will cook for the whole family, but just laying up catering to you like you my man, but you my son, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And these people, I just feel like they coddle these kids too much. I'm gone to work. You can't even fix a bologna sandwich. That's pitiful. It is not okay. You heard what I said, Letitia. You heard what I said. But I'm just saying they coddling these kids and it's ruining them. It's ruining them. Because when they get to school, they think they're grown. Oh, Miss Full Roller, do you slap them? They need to be slapped. They need to be slapped real hard. Carrie Banks, right? You telling your age. you telling your age. I believe you heard it. I believe you heard it. And I'm going to be real. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I think those people were raised by idiots because you're raising that child to be dependent upon someone. Watch this. I'm going to tell you what my band director told me in college one time. He told me, he said, I don't fool with no red bones. I said, why is that? He said, because them red bones, especially them Creoles, they try to prey on you because they'll grind glass up and put it in your food if you don't act right, be trying to kill you. So you just set that man up to say, oh, that's what my wife is for. Because those same men who jump up and say that's what my wife is for, a lot of times they be creeping. You set yourself up to where she may poison the hell out of you. Set your children up for that foolishness if you want to. Just go on and set them up. Now, I don't know if my band director was telling the truth about that. I'm not saying Creole people do that. Do not go out and tell people because these people will go make videos about me and say that I said XYZ and allow me and twist everything I say. So make sure you don't go out there and tell that I said that. I don't know what the Creole women is doing. I'm not Creole. I'm not claiming to be Creole. Yeah, but Miss Full Roller, real talk, Al Green deserved that because I had to go back and read that story. Do y'all know that Al Green had an old lady and he brought home another woman to his house? I'd have pulled grits on his ass too. Now, I believe that woman who did that had a mental issue because after she did that to him, she shot herself in the head. So know the full story because I had to go read that, because people will tell you a lie because I don't hear so many lies about that story. You right, it them grits did make him turn to Jesus. They said where that grit scalded him, them balls raised up on his back big as eggs. They say his back was messed up for a long time. But see, he claimed that R&B made him be that way with women. No, I don't think R&B made you be that way with women. Al, be real. You either watch some men being promiscuous or you had insecurity issues and you felt like having multiple women was going to make you feel secure or something like that. It was something else. It wasn't R&B because let's be real. Al Green sung about love. Did he have songs where he was singing about bringing his side piece home? I don't remember Al Green having those songs, and I'm very well versed in Al Green's music. I happen to like it. So Al need to stop telling those lies that it was worldly music that made him bring home his side piece. That was foolishness that made him bring home his side piece. Oh no, you just mean you 67, 68 years young, Carrie. I like it when people don't mind telling their age. These women be sensitive about their age. I can't hardly handle that. And I'd be like, what you shank? And a lot of these women don't even look bad. They did. I'm serious. That's what they said. They said them balls was raised up like eggs on his back. I said, oh my God. Oh, he was a chef. Yeah, I think the stomach might get you some brownie points, but I'm a grown woman. I already know the stomach ain't gonna get you a whole lot because it's women out here cooking they behind off and can't keep a man too. They foolish in the kitchen and outside of the kitchen. Yeah, I did. Yeah, they. I mean, they try to tell it like wasn't nobody cheating back then. They was cheating back then. I'm not stupid. My uncles was doing it, but they was foolish to let their wives keep cooking for them. And I'm gonna be for real. Their wives was foolish not to poison the hell out of them because some of my uncles I would have poisoned. But but see, I don't play them games though, and they won't find out because I'm gonna bake you a pie that's real nice and sweet. And when they do your autopsy, they won't find no toxins. I know exactly which toxins that is undetectable when they get ready to do your blood work. Now I don't know about all that throwing out the window. I don't know about all that. All I know is his wife that pulled the grits on him. She shot herself in the head, and Al was like, that really shook him up. Basically, he said he wasn't the same no more after that. Which I guess if you watch somebody blow their own head off, then that I don't expect you to be all the way together after that. Yes, Angela, stuff that does not need leave a trace. I'm not going to jail over you. But what you're not gonna do is think you're gonna treat me any kind of way, and I'm not gonna poison your behind. Please keep leaving the cooking to me. I'm telling you, if y'all got sons, y'all better tell them. Y'all better tell them. If you think I'm the only one that think like this, you're crazy. If you think I'm the only one, you crazy. And I'm gonna tell you about these double standards about these women. These men are ignorant as hell, thinking these women ain't got side pieces. They have three or four. But women are smarter. Men just, you know what I'm saying. Men are so stupid. It's kind of easy to catch them. I'm not saying women don't get caught, but let me tell you something. I had to close my circle of people down. I don't fool with many people. The people I used to fool with, foolish. I learned a lot of stuff just from watching them. I knew plenty women married had 6 men on the side. I'm not joking. And I don't know how they was juggling all that. And they was working a full-time job. I said, how you working a full-time job juggling all them men? But they was motivated, I guess. I guess it took 6 men to get what they needed. And getting money from all of them, and all kind of stuff from all of them. But yeah, I'm like you, Barefruit. I don't have time. I'm finna poison you and move on. That's what I'm gonna do. Get the insurance money. I'm finna poison you and move on. That's what I'm trying to see, Miss Full Roller. But you see why I had to quit fooling with people like that. Cause see, when you keep fooling with people like that, in your mind, you be like, basically what I'm finna say is some of that stuff they do is move. It rubs off on you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, the man was the job. Um, but yeah, some people, no, I ain't mentoring. Baby, if I mentor somebody, they'll be mentored right up in jail. Um, you'll be getting strip searched, fooling with me. But yeah, you don't want to run with too many foolish people. I used to run with a lot of foolish people that was doing all kind of stuff they didn't have no business doing. And I wasn't necessarily doing that stuff, but I ain't gonna lie, I would sit back in the cut and watch. I close my circle down. I don't fool people like that no more. I don't fool. I said I don't drink and don't smoke. Run with a bunch of smokers and drinkers. What I'm doing running with these people? But it was entertaining. But I had to get over that, childish entertainment. That stuff ain't entertainment to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I've just about seen it all. And the stuff I haven't seen, I don't want to see because I've seen some stuff I don't want to see. Um, I think it's exhausting too, Angela, because I get exasperated. Look, y'all ever been talking to somebody, you're not even dating that person. You're not in a relationship with them, nothing. They be running you crazy. He'd be like, how do people deal with multiples of this? And I'm not even all the way in. I just got the toe in the water. I'm not even swimming yet. And I'm already like, I need to back out. Like, this is a hot mess. But I'm just like, welcome to Live Inspired by Ebony Love. I did get your email. I'm going to respond. Yeah, Chuck Weezy, I'm glad you're not out in it these days either, because we have to keep some bail money for you. We have to keep you some bail money. Yeah, it's a Shark Tank. Yeah, it is. That's why I say I don't go to clubs no more. I love music, love to dance. I don't go to club no more. I don't. Oh no, I wasn't talking about the booty shorts, but I ain't gonna tell all your business though. But that, that's. But now you keep the shorts. Wear the shorts, girl. Wear the shorts. But yeah, y'all stirring red soup. Ah, I don't want to know what that is. Yeah, you was a little bit late, Carrie. We covered that. Did nobody have no questions, so we moved on. Yeah, Miss Full Roller, that is a very complex situation. Very complex. It's not one thing or the other. And it's weird because it's like it's a bunch of combinations. It's a lack of, you know, we don't have a lot of fathers in the home, and then the fathers that are in the home, shout out to the ones that's actually about something, because some of these fathers be in the home and they still ain't about nothing. But then some of this you can't blame it out, because see, some of these women though, because I done checked some women. Some of these women be like, oh yeah, I knew he wouldn't be a good father, but he was sexy though. They make protection, you know that, right? They makes these things which puts on that prevents pregnancy. You can use 3 or 4 different kinds at one time. Cause you can use a condom, a diaphragm, some spermicide. You can use all that at one time. You didn't use now one. So tell me what you was thinking about. So not only was you gonna get disease, you gonna get a baby too. Okay. See, and so some of this, the women got to own. And these men that's trying, because I'm gonna be honest, if you laying up with a dude who ain't gonna take care of some kids, better yet, you laying up with a dude who already got kids, ain't taking care of them, and you still laid up with him, how was you attracted to him? I told my best friend that she had a baby by a dude, got 3 kids, he ain't taking care of none of them. I said, how did you even get turned on? I would have kept seeing his kids in the back of my mind with snotty noses and diapers on and they can't eat. That would have turned me off every time I looked at him. But I don't understand these women. I don't understand these women. I don't see how they look past all that. So, but see, I don't have any children. There's a reason why I don't have any children too, because I'm nuts. See, I refuse to influence the next generation. I refuse. It won't be. It won't be on me. She said I'm a man basher. Well, we got the seed info earlier. They're gonna have to roll the tapes back. You're right, Angela. Low self-esteem, and that's a huge problem. I think in the homes we not telling our children. We not empowering them enough. We beating the spirit out of them. I watch people in the store cuss their kids out like they grown adults, and you beating the spirit out of them, because what are they supposed to think? My mother is supposed to love me, but this is how she talked to me. She talked to me like I'm absolutely crazy. Or another thing, drugging these kids. When I tell you I got a friend, I almost called CPS on her. We was almost done, because you don't want to deal with your child. You want to keep giving them drugs to make them go to sleep. So when they get to be an adult and they can't sleep, or they have an emotional issue, or they have this or that, and they turn to drugs, you were the catalyst for that. You're the catalyst for that. Do not get mad when your children start popping pills, because you had them popping pills at 6 because you didn't want to deal with it. Nobody told you to have kids, and nobody told you to adopt. What's up, Stephanie? You have missed seed talk. You have missed. We done talked about a little bit of everything. We done talked about so much stuff. But yeah, I can't with the people who don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. We're not talking about kids that need medication for some reason or another. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These parents giving their kids the adult version of the drug just so their child can get out of their hair. No, you shouldn't have had children. That's not. That's, to me, that's abuse. And my friend got pissed, and we didn't talk for about 6, 7 months. But she learned. But she figured it out later on. She was watching Intervention, and somebody had that same story that they mama used to give them these pills when they was a kid, and when they got older, that's what they used as a coping mechanism. These pills. Okay, if you think they're not gonna turn to that, you crazy. Yeah, my mama talked about that. And I'm on the fence about that backyard gardener because, and there's a reason why I'm on the fence about that. I think sometimes kids need to hear the conversations that adults have, and I think sometimes they don't. And I think there should be an adult with enough wisdom to discern that. And what I mean by that is, for instance, there was times with my family, they might have been fighting over something, and they was getting ready to come to blows. And I don't think kids should really be seeing the physical violence, because I don't think kids should think that physical violence is okay among family members. But then again, there are conversations that I think are pertinent, because if you think about, see, and this is where we got away from stuff and we started doing stuff that other folks is doing. A lot of our cultures and traditions were passed down to children from who? Adults. If those children had not been in that space to hear those cultural stories, legacies, traditions, etc., they would not have been passed down. Now, I've studied this line about kids not being in the room with adults that started in slavery. Who you guess we got that from? I'm going to let y'all fill in the blank on that one. So, what they were basically doing was teaching us how to kill our own culture to where we don't know it. They were teaching us to kill our own traditions. It's just like when they taught us, don't speak that language that you used to speak. It's just like I watch Cajuns today. Louisiana is the only state with really they have their own culture. The Creole people, their own language, their own cooking. Well, they're not the only state. South Carolina got the Geechee and the Gullah people. They're the only ones with that. And I watch Creole people. They won't teach the young people the Creole language. And then they wonder why the Creole language is dying. That's part of your tradition. Teach it. The kids want to learn it. But you keep telling them to get out. Get out, grown folks talking. No, maybe they need to listen to you talk so they can learn that language. So to a point, that's idiocy. So you have to watch. It's a line with that. You know what I'm saying? It's a line. So, I think certain stuff need to be heard by children and certain stuff shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? It's a way for you to say, children, exit, grown folks talking. But when you giving wisdom or teaching traditions and things like that, I think they do need to be around. Because do you know how many people you ask them, they don't know nothing about their history, nothing about their tree, their family tree, all this different stuff. They don't know nothing. Yeah, Hawaiians as well. But I'm gonna tell you why I didn't include Hawaiians, Stephanie. I didn't include Hawaiians because Hawaiians actually are the natives of Hawaii. But you're right, though. You're right. But I guess what I mean is the Geechee and the Gullah are not native to America. Creole is not native to America. It was created in America by a bunch of different cultures coming together. Geechee and Gullah is most definitely an African thing. So that's not native to here. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Them too, because they have their own language, their own cooking. They have all that, and it's a beautiful culture too. Yeah, it's so many neglected children. I can't. I can't. I really can't. History. Yeah, because I think too many people don't know their history, and unfortunately, too much of that has been stripped from us. And I find too many people are too ignorant to even go back and look for their culture. Because I hate to say it, it's easier to find it now. I feel for those who actually grew up in the day when, because the internet can be used for good and bad. Those who didn't have the internet growing up, it was a lot of stuff. If they didn't have word of mouth, they ain't nobody. But now that we got the internet, it's a whole lot of stuff because YouTube has recommended a channel to me and I have to go watch these videos. It's called The Hidden History or something or other. And I've seen 2 thumbnails already. I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch this stuff. I haven't had time to sit down and watch it because I didn't major in history in school. But would I ever consider being a foster mom? I have considered it. Yes, I have considered it. Am I saying that I would never become a foster mom? No, I'm not saying that. Where I am right now, no, I'm not mature enough to be a mother of anything other than furry animals with 4 legs. They sent that to you too, Chuck Weezy. So am I saying it right? The Hidden Mystery or something? Because it had something about the baddest white woman that ever lived. And I'm trying to figure out who she was. But the next one they showed me was Richard somebody. It was a black guy. And I guess they was gonna talk about that dude. But it was very interesting that they recommended that to me, and I wanted to watch that and see what they was talking about. But like I said, it's a lot of stuff on YouTube if you really just look. My mama didn't curse when I was young. I think I was 17 the first time she cursed me out. I deserved it though. I can't even lie. I never heard my mama gossip about it. Let me think. No, I never really heard my mama gossip about folks either. No. She didn't really gossip. She didn't gossip about folks. She'll tell you what she need to tell you to her face. And I guess that's why I'm the same way. That's why I'd be like, anybody think I got a problem with them? Trust me, if I got a problem with you, I would have told you. I don't hold stuff in. I learned a long time ago. Yeah, when I was in college, I used to hold stuff in. So, well, let me say when I was 18, because I stopped doing it. I used to hold stuff in. So, y'all, I made myself bald headed in the back of my head. Real talk. I was holding stuff in. I was stressing about stuff. I hold in nothing. If I got something to tell you, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not finna go and gossip behind your back and be like, oh, so and so said this or so and so did that and so and so. I ain't got time for that. That's a waste of energy on my part. I only got so much energy to devote to stuff. So I don't have time. Related to one of the contributors to the slave narrative. Oh, really, Miss Crab? Oh, we must dialogue about that. I can't. Let me see, Miss. Okay. Yeah, because we got a genealogist in the house. Angela, how much you charge for this genealogist stuff? Huh? How you do this for a profession, or is this just something you enjoy doing, or what have you? Hey, Mama Butterfly, what's going on? Oh, Zoe. I mean, I'm sure that was funny, but that's not good. Her parents are alcoholics. But you often have to clear with children what they mean about alcoholics. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. I'm going to tell you a story about me. So I used to spend a lot of time at my granny's house. In the summertime, my granny was like my babysitter. And that's because she liked having me over there. It wasn't because my mom used to be like, I can keep her now, bring her over. So my dad, this is when my mom and dad was still married. My dad used to walk around in his underwear. Well, it's his house. Now, mind you, I'm about 5 or 6. I didn't have a concept for the difference between walking around in your underwear versus being naked. So I told my granny, who is my dad's father, I said, Granny, Daddy be walking around the house naked. And my granny said, what? He be walking around what? And I said, he be walking around naked. See, I didn't, my granny didn't get no more details. She called my daddy immediately and started cussing. You know, ain't nobody walked around you naked. You need to put some clothes on. He said, I don't be walking around naked. Ask that child, what do she mean when she say naked? So she asked me, and I was like, oh, he have his underwear on. And then my granny was like, oh. And she had to get off the phone with her real quick. So you have to clarify with children. Because depending on the age, they may or may not, you know what I'm saying? They may or may not have a concept of, exactly what they saying. So you have to be careful with that. But yeah, that was just, I found that to be hilarious. My mama said she laughed a wow. Because my mama said she was across the room and she could hear my granny cussing him on that phone. He had the phone up to his ear. So yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. But my granny was one of them types. She didn't believe in, when it came to kids. Oh my God, my granny was not a school teacher, but I think she should have been one. Um, but my granny grew up in such a fashion to where she did not have the opportunity to. My granny didn't have the opportunity to go to college. That wasn't something. She was born in the Great Depression. She was born to parents who were, I mean, people in my family might get mad at me for saying this, but the truth is the truth. They were poor, and when I say poor, I don't mean like middle class. I mean poor. Like my great grandmother sharecropped, my granny sharecropped. So when people try to say, oh, they weren't sharecropping or stuff like that, it depends on where you were. And my granny picked cotton. She wasn't a slave. She picked cotton because that's how they made money. My great grandmother did the same. My great grandmother was not a slave. She picked cotton. They had to do those things in order to make, that's the way they made money. So she didn't have money to go to college, and because you at least had to have a little bit of a degree to teach school. So she didn't have that opportunity. But I think if she would have had that opportunity, I think she would have been a great school teacher. Um, Let me back up. We have live panels. Oh, yes, yes. I'm going to need the link, Angela. I'm going to need the link. I did not. I did not. I went to school. I went to college in Louisiana. I grew up in Texas, but my granny is from Louisiana though. She's from Shreveport, and my grandfather, which was her husband, is also from around in that area, East Texas, Shreveport area. So I have family in Louisiana, but I'm fond of Louisiana though. I'm very fond of it. I'm not. I'm fond of the people, the culture. I'm not fond of some of the other things that go on in Louisiana, political things and the way they treat. Well, I mean, this stuff I'm talking about goes on all over the nation, though. How they treat poor people, stuff like that. Dallas. Um. Okay, they did sugarcane. Um. Angela, your people must have been. I know you live in Tennessee now. Your people from Tennessee. Cause did they do a lot of sugarcane in Tennessee? I know they did sugarcane in Louisiana, and I know they did it in South Texas. I know they did a little sugarcane in Mississippi too. But I'm ignorant as to what all was grown in. Okay, yeah, because I figured it was Louisiana, but yeah, because I'm ignorant as to what all they grew in Tennessee. Um, I should do more research on that. That could be something I could learn. Um, you think so, Carrie? By indigenous Americans, you mean like Native Americans, or you mean Take It Easy, inspired by Ebony Love? Wait a minute, is that the one leaving? Oh, okay. Um, Cotton and corn. Okay. Yeah, I think the majority of the South was at least doing cotton, baby, because Mississippi and Alabama is still cleaning up on the cotton. Louisiana too. I ain't saying they growing at other places. I'm just saying when you go through them places a certain time of year, them fields is white. Oh, okay, that's what it do, Angela. That makes more sense then, because I was like, I know you ain't left Tennessee to go to Louisiana, but well, some people, I mean, but hey, some people do. But I think it seems like when I talk to like older people who went to college kind of back in the day a little bit, it seems like most people went to college closer to where they live. Like all this, like for instance, when I went to college, it wasn't nothing. It was people from Detroit, and I went to college in Louisiana, so it's people in Detroit, people from California, people from from everywhere, Florida, Georgia, Pittsburgh. I mean, just people's from everywhere. But from my understanding, when I talk to older heads, the only people who really did that was people who had money to really kind of like send their kids. Because back then it was hard. Like if you talking about coming from California to Louisiana, I mean, that's a long bus ride. Because a lot of people couldn't afford a plane. You know what I'm saying? Unless you had that bread like that. So, um, Ooh, Angela, yes. All of Mississippi. You ain't lying. When you get from Monroe going east, Monroe in Louisiana going east, I'm telling you, a certain time of year, them fields be white. You won't see nothing but white on I-20. Just drove through Central. Interesting. Well, we keep wearing all this cotton, so they'll keep growing it. They just had to change how they picked it. I think they use a machine to pick it now. I think big farms. We're not talking about little ones. Yeah, that's true, Angela. It was. Hey, Starduster, what's going on? I'm not surprised. I'm telling you, the last time I went to Miami, we rode a bus. We woke up, it was cotton on both sides of the bus. The same thing when we went to go play Alabama A&M. That's who we went to go play because they have a gorgeous campus. And that's in Huntsville, Alabama. We went to go play Alabama A&M, and that's another time we woke up cotton both sides of the buses. We was like, oh Lord, I hope the bus don't break down because they gonna put us to work. And we got these hot uniforms on. I was like, oh my God. You know what's weird, Angela, and I'm gonna say this, and probably a lot of people gonna tune out, but I don't care. Um, that's what's weird about me. Even when I was a kid, I've always been able to see stuff like that, and it don't scare me. Like when I was a little kid, my great grandfather died in 1976. I was born in 85, so y'all do the math. I never met the man. He was dead way before I was born. Oh, you asked me what I didn't play a sport. I was in a band. That which HBCU bands is like a sport. We should get paid. We practice from sun up to sundown. But I was at my great grandmother's house, and I was sitting in one of the bedrooms, and I looked out the window and I saw a guy plowing. I knew it wasn't a real person. I knew it was a ghost or a spirit, whatever you want to call it. And I saw him plowing the land out there with a mule. And I knew that was unusual because my uncle had a tractor. He would never have plowed it. So I knew that. I was like, that's not a real person. I'm seeing something. But as a kid, I didn't really think about it. Later on, I told my mom, I said, I saw a guy out there plowing with a mule, and I'm 5 or 6. And my mom is like, what do you know about plowing with a mule? What do you mean? I said, I saw a guy outside that window plowing with a mule. She went and got a picture, and she said, is this who you saw? I said, yeah, that's him. It was my great grandfather. So I've done that on several occasions. Like I'll see stuff, or like one time I was sitting at an auction next to this dude, and I was like, "Do you know somebody named Joe?" And he was like, "Yeah, that was my daddy's name." I said, "Oh, he told me to tell you hello." And it doesn't come to me all the time. It's just every blue. It's like out of the blue sometimes. When I say stuff, that's why in videos I don't even remember what I say half the time. I have to go back and watch what I said because a lot of times it's just like I call it divine intervention or my ancestors speaking to me or whatever. I can hear my mom talking to me sometimes. If I do something foolish, I really hear my mama. That's why I try not to do foolish stuff because I don't want to hear my mama hollering at me. Mama don't holler at me. But yeah, I can hear that stuff. And I can now when I can see it, I don't see it as much as when I was a kid. I hear more voices than anything now. But when I was a kid, I could see that stuff. But I don't know. I guess I've gotten older, and I think a lot of kids have that talent. I think we just beat it out of them. I'm very sensitive, Angela. I can't even watch the 5 o'clock news. That's how bad it is. Like all of this killing and stuff, I can't watch it. But yeah, I can't. It's yeah, I guess so. And sometimes it's a gift and a curse. That's pretty cool that she can talk to animals. Can she talk to these nuts and tell them to stop eating so much? How much do she charge? I play saxophone, by the way. Somebody asked that. I play saxophone in a marching band, but I play clarinet and other stuff because I was in symphonic band. I was in an orchestra. I was in several different ensembles because I was trying to get that money. When you're in school, you got to get that money. Yeah, I'm happy I went to HBCU too, Angela. I wouldn't have it no other way. And what's funny is I got accepted to a bunch of white schools. And there were people in my family that feel like if you go to a white school, it's better. Look, I'm not going to make that judgment call. I'm biased. So, what I say is going to be biased. But like I told my family, if my ancestors weren't welcome there, I'm not welcome there because I'm a product of my ancestors. So that's what a white school can they and unless they gonna do something similar to and Chuck Weezy tell me if this the right school. Unless they're gonna do something like Georgetown. Because if y'all don't know, Georgetown, the students actually voted because Georgetown was way back in the day was about to be closed. The way they stayed open was selling slaves that the school owned. And the students said the descendants of those slaves deserve reparations. Now, we're talking about a school that's majority white students. Now, until the rest of these schools do that, because they don't want to tell their truth and they don't want to tell their history, because there's a lot of history about these white schools they don't want to tell. Because I done dug up a lot of this stuff, and I said the idea that y'all go out and get all these black players and all this stuff for these sports, because that's mainly what they recruit for. Let's be real. They don't run up in these schools and say, "Where the smart Negroes?" They don't do that. They say, "Where the ones that can run, jump, and throw a ball? Where they at?" So until they kind of atone for some of that, because I had to tell somebody that, and they had to sit there. They got mad at first, and then they had to think about it. And they was like, "Well, nah, you right," because they should at least come out and say that was not right. If they would just say that that's not right and we shouldn't have done that and we should not have just been going with the Joneses and basing our acceptance on the color of your skin, maybe I would entertain a white school. I got accepted to a bunch of them. I got accepted to Rice in Texas. Look it up. Look up how prestigious. But look up what they did to black folks back in the day. When I got accepted, I politely declined. That woman couldn't believe I declined on the phone. She said, "What schools are you looking at?" And I named off about 3 or 4 HBCUs. "Oh, we have better programs." No, it's about the person, not the school. George Bush went to an Ivy League school and can't spell. What does it tell you about Ivy League schools? Nothing. It's all about legacy. So I'm just looking like, okay. So yeah, I heard about the Morehouse thing. Zoe, what you think about that? I'm on the fence about Oprah and Morehouse. Okay, University of Virginia is looking into their slaves that work there. Ooh, I sold some on Amazon. Oh, you play viola, Miss Craft. I've always wanted to play a string instrument. I said I was going to teach myself. Wait a minute. Miss Craft plays cymbals in the band. Miss Craft. I'm gonna need video. I'm gonna do you like I did Barefoot Garden. I'm gonna need video. You wish you could see or hear your dad. You know what, P. Smith? I wish you could too. But and I'm gonna be careful saying this. I'm not gonna say that everybody can do it because I'm not that naive to think that. I think everybody has their own talents. Or their own, I ain't gonna even call it talent because I hesitate to say all that because people be like, "Oh, you're so full of yourself," and I'm not. I'm really just I consider myself an average person, but I don't know, P. Smith Gordon. I don't know. Maybe it'll come to you or something, Uh-oh. So Angela, whoever they was getting their slaves from Louisiana. See, I don't know where they was. See, I didn't dig that deep into it because y'all have to be honest. I have to take my history in sections. Because when I start finding stuff, I start getting pissed off. And so so I have to slow down. Just like what's that movie about the Klan, Chuck Weezy? What's it called? The Klan movie. What's it called? What's it called? They did the other movie. I think the Nat Turner movie is almost a play on that title. And I can't even think of the Nat Turner movie right now. It's a movie they did. Yes, Birth of a Nation. It took me 6 months to watch that movie. I was watching it in 5-minute pieces. Another one. 12 Years a Slave. I almost ran out of the movie theater on that one. I cussed out several times, and I had to apologize to the people around me because I kept cussing out. Um, oh yes, Angela, I'm gonna let you know. People that Columbus found in North America was you're right. You're very right. Yeah, and but you know what, bear fruit, and some people say, and I hear black people all the time say, "Oh, I'm not gonna go see that movie. It's a slave movie. It's a, you know, or I'm not gonna watch that. It's about slave." No, but here's the thing: you all want to erase that. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Um, Baby Zoe, me and you are just telepathically linked. I'm gonna get on that in a minute, but they don't want to watch it, and I get it. I get it. It's traumatic, and I'm gonna tell you what I think that traumatic thing is. I think that's your ancestors kicking up in your ass. I think that's when you realize that you black. But and for the and I'm gonna be honest, when I was to see 12 Years a Slave, it was some white people in all. And one white man was honest enough to tell me because he had a moment where he was just like really going through it. And I asked him when the credits rolled, I said, "You mind if I ask you what was wrong with you?" He said, to think that it's a possibility that those were some of my ancestors doing that. He said, because I'm from Louisiana. He said, but I don't know if my people was rich or poor. What? He said, but that ain't right. That just ain't right. And the idea that people sweep this under the rug. It's some of them out there that got good sense. You just have to find them. But yeah, I get it, but we don't need to erase that. We don't need to erase that. And I think black people need to watch it because do you know it's so many children? I heard somewhere say this in some of these schools, they're telling the kids that the slaves was indentured servants and they kind of like insinuating that they got some type of pay. I heard them say that they were teaching some children that. And I said, what? Just like how they keep teaching that the Civil War was about states' rights. Partially, but not that wasn't a majority of it. It was only about states' rights when the North decided they wanted to enact their states' rights and not send slaves back. When the South said North, if it's slaves up there, send them back down here. And the North was like, no, we as a state have a right to do what we want to do. We're not doing that. Then that's when the South got pissed. So let's do that research. So no, I don't even want to hear that. They be telling all kind of stuff that just is not. It's just not true. And I'm just like, we need to teach our children and we don't need to wait until movies come out to teach them. We need to teach them before the movies, then take them to see the movies. But Mama Butterfly, please don't get me started because let me tell you how I had to clown the Texas. I used to get put out of history class. That was the one course that my mother gave me like about this much leeway on. But it got to the point she had to start telling me, girl, keep your mouth closed because you're going to mess up. You're going to get put out of school altogether. I would go in there and that woman would get to teaching. And she would get to telling this stuff that's in this book that I knew wasn't right because my mother had taught me things at home. And the textbook is teaching it purely from one perspective. And I would raise my hand, but see, and I'm gonna tell you, Miss Full Roller, this is why my mama gave me some slack. I would raise my hand. For instance, she said one time we were talking about Juneteenth and everything. Well, we weren't talking about it. She didn't want to bring it up. She got to talk about the Emancipation Proclamation, freed the slaves, and she was just gonna move on real quick. And I raised my hand and I said, "Excuse me, we're not gonna talk about how the slaves in Texas actually were slaves longer because we didn't get the word until like way after." And then she went on, she tried to kind of like gloss over it, but the other students in the class was like, "What are you talking about?" And then, she got angry and she sent me to the principal's office. And the principal called my mama. And my mama come blazing up to the school as usual. And she said, "Okay, now explain what happened." And I explained it. And, the teacher tried to twist it, but she couldn't twist it because at this point, some more other students have verified what I have said happened. And my mama, she took me home and she had to kind of explain that, like, you know, these people, they're not gonna teach it. They're not gonna teach it the way. They're not gonna teach the truth. They're gonna teach it from a very biased in a way that make them feel good or make them feel less bad about what went on. And that's the way they want to teach it. And so she continued to teach me, things at home. Cause see, my mom didn't play that. I didn't even have no white Barbie doll. She didn't play that. She was like, no, baby, if you look at a doll, you don't need to be looking at this little white girl with this blonde hair thinking she pretty. You need to look at a little brown girl with some curly hair like you. That way you get the idea of what pretty is. Not necessarily saying that that's ugly, but you have to look at yourself. If you keep looking at all these other images, you will be looking crazy. And they wonder why the ideal of beauty is skewed the way it is. Well, we got Native Americans in here. We got all kinds of stuff going on. But that's good that you homeschool. Is homeschooling hard in Texas? Is it a lot of stipulations or is it fairly easy? And Four Horns, I'm gonna send you 12 Years a Slave and Django. I will say this. Since Django was fiction, which don't get me wrong, Quentin Tarantino, he be putting some messages in his movies if you pay attention. Iris, I've told you. But Quentin Tarantino put some messages in his movies. But since it was fictional, it was a little easier for me to watch. But it was some lifelike stuff in it. But it also had some funny parts too. Lord, we got Oklahoma tribes. We got all kind of stuff going on. They watched it with their dad. Oh, okay. Annette couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. Miss Craft, what was their version of the Civil War? That the South won? Because how I cook these people with these Confederate flags all the time. I don't see Confederate flags hardly at all. Well, I'm where I'm at in Texas. I'm not saying they're not here. They're here. I'm not stupid. They're here. But where I am, I don't see them because it's hard to get away with it here. In Louisiana, I used to see them a lot. And I cook them white people. What's it like to have a loser's flag on the front of your truck? Oh, you have a holiday celebrating those losers? They used to get so mad at me. One of the high schools, the mascot is the Rebels, just like Ole Miss. We're not going to get on that school. What's it like to be a loser? Your mascot's a loser. Baby, and what are you talking about? They lost the Civil War. Are you ignorant to that fact? But yeah, it's quite interesting. Wait a minute, a lot of people don't know the Florida saying was a brand. I believe that, Zoe. I can believe that. I didn't know that off the top of my head, but I can believe that. And they around here supporting these Saints in that Florida Lee. And you know what's funny? The Florida Lee, I think even before then, it was a Catholic symbol. But what exactly the Catholics used it for, I'm not for sure. But I know that's how it got here. Because you see it everywhere on churches, and like I said, saints. But yeah, I can see them using that as that. Because they'll take anything Christian and like somebody was saying, the way Christianity was used in slavery was very unique. Very unique. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Okay, well, that's good to know. Texas has something easier than New York. Well, surely the New Yorkers don't want their children, because I know in New York City they complain about them schools. They complain that it's only about 4 or 5 good ones. Oh yeah, they get real quiet, Chuck Weezy, because I call some straight losers. I call some straight losers. Ooh, Miss Craft, I can't take it. Yes, Mama Butterfly, why? Why would you have that? I'm gonna tell you something else I did not know that they had. Y'all know they have white trash parades. Did y'all know that? I had no clue about that until my friend told me. She said, "Oh yeah, they having a white trash parade this weekend," and my eyes got dislocated. I said, "What? What is that?" And she refused to really give me many details. She said, girl, let's just ride by here and see. If y'all see the stuff, and I can't believe that these people are proud of this stuff. Like, for instance, okay, have y'all ever seen real old pictures, like black and white pictures, and you can tell like they from way back in the day, like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s? Y'all ever notice, like, for instance, I'm gonna throw this out there. Y'all might not ever seen this picture. Anybody ever seen this old picture of Jimmy Carter when he still was a farmer? And he'll tell you about how poor he was and how his clothes was raggedy and he had no shoes on. He looked a little dirty looking. Have y'all ever noticed when you see pictures of black kids back then, and we was 99% of us was poor because everybody wasn't kin to Madam C.J. Walker. Y'all ever notice how their clothes was nice and their hair was combed, and even if it was hand-me-downs, they looked the best they could? I would not let a picture get out of me the way some of these people. So this parade was basically, they were celebrating that they're poor white trash. They had their hillbilly redneck trucks with big old holy underwear hanging off the back, and these broke down recliners with holes all in the cushions, and it was almost like the Beverly Hillbillies. Y'all know when they ride on the back of Jed Clampett truck and they got all that stuff loaded up there. Imagine a parade and everybody is like kind of like that. And they really celebrating this. And I'm like, are y'all serious? So yeah, I find it odd because I wouldn't celebrate that. I wouldn't go to no parade like that. You said that's Ohio. No, tell me it's not. Tell me they're not doing that in Ohio. And you're right, it is, and I just be looking like, but I wouldn't go down the street with my drawers hanging off the back of my vehicle either. Yes, the Beverly Hillbillies. I like Beverly. I like Granny because Granny didn't play no game. And I also like Ellie Mae because Ellie Mae was tough. She was tougher than Jethro. Um, See, Zoe, I'm telling you, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I had no clue. I did not know that. I didn't have no clue. Just like these people who they say they are proud to be crackers in Florida. They say there's some people and they take pride in that, and they're very serious about being a cracker. See you later, Angela. Um Exactly, Annette, because like I said, my granny was born in 1928, right before the Great Depression. And you can see pictures of her all the way from being young to being an adult, even to the day she died. You did not, like, she would not take a picture unless her hair was together and her clothes. You didn't. So that's foreign to me. That's very foreign to me, taking these pictures and just uh-uh. Chrissy, that sounds familiar. That sounds real familiar. Man, what happened to his eye? I saw that picture where he was saying, he was talking about something and his eye is black. I was like, oh my God, is Jimmy Carter all right? All right, take it easy, Miss Crab. I'm finna get over here in a minute. Y'all ain't gonna miss nothing. Cause it's been almost 2 hours. Y'all got 15 more minutes of me. They got that too, Chuck Weezy. I can't. I didn't know about all this. See, it's some stuff I don't even want to know about. It's some stuff I don't even want to know about. But yeah, that's crazy. But Zoe, as far as that Oprah thing, I'm glad Morehouse got the money. Let me say that up front. But then again, it's some people that it's a dude I followed. He's an alumnus of Morehouse. And he says there's a joke that goes around Morehouse that the name stands for creating Morehouse Negroes. So, but I don't know that much about Morehouse, so I'm not gonna slay them. I don't know a whole lot about them. But he said he told me that a lot of times they be trying to indoctrinate, and I kind of can see that because I experienced that myself. We had professors that put it to you this way: if a professor didn't have many people in their class, we already knew what they was on. We had certain professors that we just knew, like, you don't even want to be here. You'd rather be down the street. And then we had other professors like Dr. Ware. Shout out to Dr. Ware. Got his PhD, went to 3 different HBCUs. Dr. Ware got a PhD in physics. That man is a freaking genius. But he is the blackest dude. When I tell you he could pass for white, if you just saw him on the street and didn't look at him close, you would think he was white. I'm not joking. But if you look at him, his facial features give it away that he's black because he's got a wide nose and, curly hair. Blackest dude I've ever met in my life. I'm telling you, the stuff he say, and he'll get you together real quick. If you be cutting up in the classroom, he said, you don't come from that. You don't come from that. I don't know why you in my class acting a fool. You don't come from that. You clearly don't know what you come from. Then he'll break it down to you real quick what you come from. You won't cut up in his class no more. Dr. Ware was something else. He used to, I used to want to take more physics classes just for him, but I didn't have time to take more physics class, but Dr. Ware was something else. Which one was against natural hair? Anthony Bourdain covered a lot of stuff. Covered a lot of stuff. Ooh. I'm waiting to see which one of these colleges. Or is you talking about Morehouse was against natural hair? You asking me? I don't know if they were or not. Oh, I did not know that, Zoe. I don't know what happened to him. I just saw that his eye was black. I'm glad he all right. I'm glad he all right because my man Jimmy Carter don't never sit down. He won't stop doing stuff. He don't never sit down. And for all y'all talking about fried chicken a kid, that's why he's still living eating that fried chicken. No, I'm just kidding. Miss I miss for a role. I'm gonna be honest. It may be some, and that's sad. I will say this: my alma mater is not one of them because I think about. I stopped going to football games for a while. I was disappointed with the leadership in my alma mater, and when I'm disappointed with the leadership as an alumni, I make it plain because I think that you should be there to service the students. And when you're doing the students a disservice as an alumni, that hurts me. So I'm not going to go to your football games and give you money. I'm not going to donate a whole lot of money on behalf of the alumni. I'm not going to go in the bookstore and buy paraphernalia. I'm not going to, you get what I'm saying? So when the leadership got better a few years ago, I went back and I could tell the student population. Because see, it'll show you when leadership change, what you attract changes. When I tell you it's hard to find weave on there, I mean, it's a few girls with weave, it's a few relaxed, but baby, when I tell you real talk, 70% of them is natural. Whether it's locks, just natural hair, whatever, 70% of them is natural. And I'm going to tell you when I really noticed the shift. I heard these young men talking. And these young men would it was 3 or 4 of them standing outside the game waiting to go in, and they were saying, it's so beautiful, see our queens with their natural hair. And they was like, now if we can just get the rest of our queens to quit buying this weave. When the men jumped on board, because sometimes it's the men that want to tell you your hair need to be straight because their mama hair was straight. Well, your mama might have been in the jog. I don't know. Because let's be real, some of these people are attached to stuff they shouldn't even be attached to. Take it easy, Dee Dee. But snap now. But yeah, AME churches. It's a lot of HBCU started at AME churches. A lot of them. Way more than I thought. Speaking of that, Annette, are you still here? Yeah, you still here, Annette. Why did you not tell me about Edward Waters College? Why am I just now finding out about them? They played Southern a few weeks back. I want to say about 3 weeks back. And somebody sent me this video, and I could not believe the talent at that school. They sent their band all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way up here. Well, to Baton Rouge, rather, to play Southern. And I kid you not, their band is 55 pieces. That ain't big at all for an HBCU band. But when I tell you the talent, that's a hidden gem. But I'm gonna tell you something. I know why they smiled. They're a private school. If they were a public school, they would have a much larger band. Me either. Natural Nature. FAMU's homecoming was this. Who did they play for homecoming? Starduster. I don't keep up with FAMU as much as I should. I like the MEAC, but FAMU is wearing on me. They don't look as good as they used to look. A lot of people say post-hazing, but I'm not gonna say post-hazing. They looked, well, not looked. I'm gonna say they were more entertaining. And when I say more entertaining, I'm going back to the 70s. I'm talking about tapes, because these new renditions. Yeah, Four Horns, Edward Waters. I got a little bit of a crush on them. Real talk. I think I'm gonna get me some shirts. Yes, you are right. Wiley is the home of the great debaters. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. But now we good. We got some good leadership now. He doing right by the students. He put the students first. That man has won the best president's award the last 2 or 3 years in a row, because he's just that serious. He is doing a 180 with my alma mater, and I'm proud of Rick Gallo. Very proud of Rick Gallo. Oh, you went to Wiley. That's dope. Well, Colston, you remember when Denzel did that movie? That was my alma mater. There was a whole bunch of the extras in the movie. So see if you can catch me in the movie. I'm only in there for like a millisecond, so it's gonna be hard to catch me. And that was like, oh my God, I graduated in 09, and it was before the end. I forget. Y'all tell me when Great Debaters came out. 07, 06, something like that. It was a while back. It might have been 08, but yeah. But we had fun doing the movie. I think I talked about it on different lives. Okay, NC, they played North Carolina Central. I like North Carolina Central. My daughter had a piano teacher who taught at Edward Waters. Well, if that band is any indication to what kind of musical people they have over there, because I'm telling you, 55 pieces for a college band is tiny, and they sound amazing. And I'm not saying you have to be big to sound good, because you don't. I'm not wowed by that. I remember when FAMU had 600 people. That didn't wow me. They were still boring. Sorry. And it's a lot of reasons. FAMU didn't used to be boring like that. No, not a star Miss Full Roller. We did not get paid. We was just extras in the movie. Here's the thing. Denzel paid for that movie pretty much. I think he paid for all of it, but I know he paid for the most of it. So he could not afford to get a whole lot of extras and pay for them, like how you do in Hollywood. You have to pay for everything. So we went and did it for free. We had to sign waivers and stuff. It wasn't a big deal, though. But hey, we were just happy to be doing something. But we did stuff all the time. But we was happy to actually be in a movie that was going to be at the movies. Oh, they had way too many light-skinned people. Wait a minute now. Wait. Do you mean as the stars or what? Oh my God, he said they had too many light-skinned people. That's just... All right, natural nature. We'll see you later. Like I said, y'all got 6 more minutes of me and I'm gone. Baseball is straight. I mean, it just depends on what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends. It depends on what you did, and it depends on if, baseball. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes we have a tendency to pick what's more popular. Like, for instance, I went to school with this boy. He played baseball and football. Well, he chose to go to college over football on football scholarship. Hey, Nene, what's up? Because it was more popular, but he actually was better in baseball, and baseball players make more money. And I told him, why you ain't go for baseball? Later on, he regretted that. He wished he had went for baseball. I wouldn't call it work. It wasn't really work. We weren't really working. When you're in college, well, here's the thing. When you're in the world fame, we do a lot of stuff. People don't understand the amount of commercials now. Now you seeing a bunch of other bands because these bands can play these games and be like, oh yeah, we did this with well, Grambling did it first. We did Super Bowl one, and we've done more Super Bowls than any other HBCU band. Period. Been to Japan, been to Liberia. We've done more commercials than the law allow. You can look them up. We've done commercials for. Now we ain't done no commercials lately because the band director we had was full of S. We did the Beyonce Coachella thing. Y'all looked that up. And I wasn't even in the band then. I was happy to see that they did that. So you do a lot of stuff, a lot of TV. Matter of fact, that reality show we did when I was in the band, complete trash. I'm glad we only did one reality show that showed me how TV is. I don't ever want to do TV again. That was horrible. And I hope I didn't know I'm coasting because I played saxophone. But yeah, when we get called for stuff like, actually, a lot of times we don't even know what's going on. A lot of times the band directors, hey, show up at this time. Bring your horn. He tell you what to bring. Bring your horn, where it is, where that, and you're there. So a lot of times we don't even know what's going on until we get there. Because when we did that reality show, we had no clue what was going on. So yeah, I know Preston. He from Dallas. He played saxophone with me. I marched with him. He younger than me though. Preston is a year younger than me because he got his PhD now. I forget in what. Graduated from Carter. Yeah, did he graduate from Carter? Yeah, he graduated from Carter. Oh, okay, that's dope. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. But yeah, he crabbed a year after me. Small world, small world. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. We did a lot of stuff, Rose Bowl parades, all that other stuff. But yeah, we did all that. Matter of fact, I think Preston was in the movie longer than I was. I think Preston got some little time, or was that Brad? Because there's a point where they show a bandstand, and I can't remember who I was in the scene because I ain't seen the movie in so long. But I know Vincent was because he was acting a fool, and Brad was. But I think Preston was in it. I think he did. It seemed like I remember him doing it, but we did so much stuff we can't keep up with crap. But yeah, me and Preston was in a biology department together. He got a regular biology degree. I have a wildlife degree. So yeah, me and him took a lot of classes together and was in practice together. I didn't know he played baseball. Yeah, you're right. He got his PhD, I want to say, in health sciences, I think. I think I read that on Facebook. I can't really remember. I haven't seen Preston in years. I don't think I've seen him since I graduated. I don't think I've seen him. Because I don't think if he's been to homecoming, I haven't seen him. Yeah, it do be a small world because I ran into somebody else the other day and I knew their mama. They saw me with some kind of shirt on and they was like, you kind of look like you my mama age. And they told me their mama name and sure enough I knew their mama. But yeah, it'd be a super small world. But anyhow, 2 minutes. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to know anything before I get off of here? Last and final comments. Because I know it's late for my people on the East Coast. It's past Letitia bedtime. Yeah, I didn't even know he played baseball. I didn't know that at all. Um Why, thank you, Zoe. You know, I have to do my lives at night so y'all school teachers can attend. Yeah, Coastin, I ain't really kept up. I'm not surprised that he got a family and all that. I'm not surprised at all. And you know what's funny is a lot of people in Grambling, I don't know if he noticed, and I'm not shading him because Preston was very handsome. He just was a little guy. And a lot of girls wouldn't give him no play because he was short. And I'm like, y'all got to come up off of that, ladies. Y'all on some bull. That's a good dude. That dude out here getting his education. All this stuff y'all talking about y'all want. Getting his education, working hard. Preston never did, like, I don't think you'll ever find anybody who went to school with us who can say really anything bad about Preston. Like, But girls was just, I said, y'all on some bull, because they would say that he cute, but he's short. I'm like, you really worried about that? That dude can't control his height. But it is what it is. Yeah, he was a little bitty dude. Yeah, he pledged Kappa. I remember when he pledged too. Cause I think I went to when he crossed. I believe I was there when he crossed. Baby, I ain't pledged nothing. I ain't have nothing for them girls. I ain't have nothing for them girls because they was too into too much stuff telling you what you was gonna do pledging. I'm good. Chuck Weezy, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like a pocket rocket. That's what I call short men. You can take them everywhere. You just put them in your pocket and you just have fun wherever you go. So, but I don't know. Women be on that bull sometimes. I don't care what the package is. Now I will say this. If you ugly and you mean, I can't deal with you. Now, if you ugly and you sweet and you treat me good, we good. But if you ugly and you mean, we not gonna work. Cause I can't look at you and you gonna treat me like trash. Nope. Not happening. Not happening. So, that's about the only rule I really be having. Pocket rocket. I'm telling you, you can take them anywhere. You just put them in your back pocket and they just ride along with you. Nobody ever knows what's going on. But anyhow, y'all, we over 2 minutes. I appreciate y'all being here. I think I had quite a few people in here tonight. But really appreciate y'all. Have fun. I'm less busy now, so I'll go live more often. I promise. I really did not have time to really just go live because I have been super busy this past month. But all of that is potentially over. I do got other stuff, stuff here and there. But I'll have enough time to go live and hang out with y'all and chill with y'all and stuff. And but y'all have a yeah, tell them and tell them don't be blowing up my comments either. I think me and him is friends on Facebook, but I don't really do the Facebook thing for ethical reasons. So that's why I kind of, after he got his PhD, it seemed like I remember him getting married. But after that, I didn't know, and like I said, I haven't seen him at homecoming. But maybe he'll come back now that we, what I'm saying, we got it together. You missed the oh, hey Toledo, what's going on? Four Horns, I'm gonna send you a whole rocket because you need some help over there. I'm sure you did need this bear fruit. You be stressed out. But oh, okay, I got you. See, he like me and that Facebook. I ain't for all that telling everybody. I just got through combing my hair. I'm good. Yeah. You got my email, Miss Full Roller. Good night, Backyard Gardener. I'm gonna post my email real quick so you can email me. Tell me what's up. Cause I got about 3 to respond to. But y'all take it easy. I enjoyed y'all. Don't stay up too late. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.